Good morning. Um, so I have recently did one book blog, and I kind of was like, I took some feedback and everything like that. So, welcome back. We're gonna try again. This is all a learning experience to me. I didn't realize my last one, my microphone picked up on the wrong thing, so you could barely hear me. It sounded like a whisper. I thought all my audio had been deleted. Anyways, as you guys can see, today is also our first day of Spook for Paws, so I'm all dressed up. I'll look a little bit better later, but I still have to go to the library. So, I thought this book blog, I'd just take a time to not only go over the books I've read this week, which was quite a few audiobooks and 3 physical books. Well, technically 4 physical books, but I had already turned in one. Um, I just realized you guys could hear my TV. So sorry. Um, I have to have the background noise, while you're reading. Because I was just literally finished a book and I'm so excited to talk about it. But first and foremost, I wanted to go over my rating scale. So for Goodreads, I use the standard rating scale. However, my rating scale is a little bit different, and I'd like just to take the chance to talk about it. So, by the way, my TBR notebook, book journal, giant binder, go figure, huh? So, I don't like using 1 or 2 stars because I feel like every author has just poured their life into writing a book, and a 1 star just feels like an absolute insult. If I ever, and I mean ever, rate something a 1 star, that means it was really, really, it had to be so bad, like so unreadable. And luckily, I've never gotten that. So, and I don't DNF books. I read them. Even if I absolutely hate them, I will read them. So I start with a 3. So if it's a 3 star, I was disappointed. That means I did not enjoy it at all. I will not recommend it. I will not reread it. 4 means I liked it. I would read it again, or I would recommend it if it fits someone I knew would like it. 5 stars means I absolutely loved it. And then my rare category is 6 stars, which means I'm obsessed with it. And I have only 7 books, and I've read 101 books this year. So only 7 of those have a 6 star rating. So that means they're good. So I'm going to start with my audiobooks that I finished this week, and I actually have it pulled up. So here, let me go to this. Okay, so the first audiobook I read this week was The Holy Terrors by Simon R. Green. Absolutely adore Simon R. Green. He is just an amazing author. I'm actually reading Something of the Night Side right now. I think I'm about done with it too. So, just a little synopsis of it is 6 people locked in a haunted hall, cameras watching their every move, and then someone dies. This is the first in a spine-tingling new paranormal mystery series set from the New York Times best-selling author Simon R. Green, which Simon R. Green just writes really, really good books. I absolutely adore him. I think his books are just fantastic. Like I said, I'm rereading Something from the Night Side. I want to reread that whole series again. I actually rated The Holy Terrors a 5 star. I loved it. Wasn't obsessed with it. It had a great story. It kept you going. I I like to try to guess my books. So if you like paranormal mysteries, this is for you. Um, I don't know really much more to say because I don't want to spoil it. It's about a TV show, a ghost hunting TV show. And you 6 people go in from different kind of like failed celebrities or washed out celebrities, if that makes sense. And it's just a really interesting story. I really enjoyed all the characters. I really started to hate one of the characters, which that's good writing when you start hating one of the characters because you're just like, my dude, please stop talking. And then let's do the next one. So the next one I read well, listen to. And this is a very short story. It was only 47 minutes long. That's The Veil by Rachel Harrison. I have recently been told to read Rachel Harrison books. She just dropped a new one, So Thirsty, and I'm very excited for that. Sally has recently left an unfulfilling job to volunteer at a living history museum, where she's assigned to the death house. Every day she dons a Victorian mourning garb, describes traditional funeral service to tourists. It sounds depressing to hell, but for Sally, it's less depressing than her tepid marriage to her childhood sweetheart. This becomes all too clear when she accidentally travels through time and space, where a ghost of the Living History Museum haunts its grounds, and then she meets and falls hard for the Victorian era pretty boy Nathaniel. So it is only 47 minutes long, but oh my gosh, was it amazing? Yes, I actually rated this a 6 star. For a short story, I cannot believe it. Okay, like, absolutely could not believe it. I am definitely not like that at all. Short stories, I love them. They're a good little filler piece. I listen to a lot of audiobooks while I'm at work. So I had put this on for a drive. That was about the length of the audiobook. So it was kind of nice. Um, it was great. It was so good. If you have Audible, it is free. If you're an Audible Plus member, it is free. Go get it. Trust me on it, okay? Just trust me. It, I can. It blew my mind. I haven't stopped thinking about it. So the other audiobook I did was Captain Quinnell's Mandolin. I actually have this as a physical one too. I'm going to keep it on my shelf. This was actually recommended to me by Bodioth. His mom actually recommended it to me. I am so embarrassed. So this book embarrassed me because one, I've never even had heard of it. Two, it's a movie. Nicolas Cage stars in it, and I didn't know it was a movie. Yeah, I'm a little upset by that. Just saying, just a little bit upset by that. Um, I haven't watched the movie. I really enjoyed this book. This is a classic, so if you're not big on classics, I would move next. It was a roller coaster, and the biggest thing I could say is the beginning is so slow. So it's so slow, but the end is worth it. And I thought the characters were really well built. I just enjoyed all of them. I only rated it a 5 star. I liked it, and I would recommend it, but to very specific people, because sometimes slow starts can kill a book, and we're actually going to talk about a slow start here in just a minute. Um, but thank you, Mommy Off, for suggesting it. It was great. My mom's going to actually listen to the audiobook too. Because I have a physical book and was listening to it on the Audible because it's such a long book. So yeah, if you're into the more classic books, this is for you. It's a historical fiction. I love historical fiction, so totally game. Now, moving into, I'm going to close these, to the book I read this morning. I'm going to save that one for last because it was my favorite. So we're going to start with this one. It's called Wicked Plants, the Weed That Killed Lincoln's Mother, and Other Botanical Atrocities. Fucking amazing. I learned so much stuff. Like, I didn't know that at one time, corn actually could have killed people because of its properties and stuff like that. And it's just a short little book, and it's got beautiful illustrations and just a lot of information. I actually found this at my favorite place in the world, which is the Idaho State Penitentiary. I'm going to donate it to the library today. I'm so excited to show the girls down at the library here shortly. But I absolutely loved it. I was reading it, so you guys know during my Overwatch streams, during Q, I was reading it. This was my Overwatch Q stream read book. So, I loved it. Now, we're going to talk about a slow start. So, this is book 3 of the Elaine Warner detective series. So, the first one is Sanatorium, my absolute favorite. I will not hear any arguments on it because so many people rated that a 1 star and it blew my mind. blew my mind. It was so good. However, I love you, Sarah Pierce. I love you. But God, did it take me forever to get through the first part of this book. Was the end worth it? Yes. The end was definitely worth it. Did it about drive me crazy? Yes. I struggled to read it. One of my favorite parts about this book is she broke up with her ex. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing if that's what I'm highlighting about the book. He was a toxic little ass. Um, did I enjoy the concept? Yes. Did this fall into one of my fall reading prompts? Yes. Um, am I going to read the next book that she comes up in the series? Yes. I love these books. These books were good. They are not for everybody, though. How do I put this? You need to be in for the long haul. Okay? Like, there's a lot of information, there's a lot of everything that you take in. This is not just a simple murder mystery. This one I think I had a particularly hard time with because of the constant jumping back and forth between Elaine, the victim, Elaine, the victim, which I don't mind. I didn't mind, I just had a hard time. Plus, I kind of was in a reading slump because I kind of fantasied myself out. Um, but, that happens. That happens. That's just part of being a bookworm. Um, we do that to ourselves. But yeah, if you liked the sanatorium and read the retreat, just read it. Like I said, it's not my favorite book in the series, but I'm not mad at it either. And it only got a 4-star, which the other sanatorium got a 6-star. Like, that's how much I liked that book. Now, for the one I am the most excited about. And it also filled another one of my reading prompts, which is Silver Nitrates. Fucking love this. This was so good. I just finished reading this. This is a good spooky month one. So, spooky girlies, get this together. This is about a sound editor, her actor friend, and a famous horror director. And they're being they're trying to restore a film, and come to find out there's an entity hiding in it. And it just was so good. It held my attention. Like last night I was reading it outside with Link, and I just was commentating to Link the whole time. My poor dog. He was probably like, "Mom, please, I don't care," but he was a good guard dog the whole time while I was reading. Um, I cannot get enough of her writing. Mexican Gothic is my favorite. So this is the other 6-star. Not have I ever had 2 6-stars in 1 week. Ever. So, pretty impressive. I can't wait to read. I'm finishing The Seven Veils of Salome, which is an audiobook. So I'm very excited about that. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you want a good, simple, spook, but not spooky book, this is for you. If you like the classic films, this is for you. And this fulfills a fall reading challenge for the Mexican Hispanic heritage. I'm so sorry, I just butchered that. I was thinking about her for the first book I read of hers, which is Mexican Gothic. Um, Read it, pick it up, support her. She's amazing. Her books are just so good. I can't even put into words how much I love this book. I'm obsessed. I am thinking about this book. I will be thinking about this book all day. Even during my charity stream, I'm going to be thinking about this book because it's so good. And then we'll talk about what I want to read this week. So this week I have quite a few actually. I might not get to them all this week, but we're going to try. So first off is Life Impossible by Matt Haig. I probably say his last name wrong, and I do apologize. I don't know much about this. I read The Midnight Library, and I really enjoyed it. I know Midnight Library is a hot subject for some people. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed it. Just always remember, books are subject to your taste. Oh, forgive me. Your taste and your preferences. Because my preferences are weird. I like a little bit of everything. So, Life Impossible. And then Legendary. I'm almost done with it. This is part of the Carnival series, and hopefully I'll be getting to finale also, so I can return these back to the library. But you know, we get a little overachieving sometimes. Get a little overachieving sometimes. And then my pretty book. This is my pretty book, Immortal Dark. I'm very excited about this one. If you guys haven't checked this out, she just dropped this. The author is really cool. I follow her on Twitter. I just love all her little posts. And like I said, it's a pretty book. Look. I got it at Barnes & Noble, by the way. Like, it's pretty. And the art's just... Yeah, my little bookmark in there. And then the other one I'm going to attempt keywords, is My Heart is a Chainsaw. I'm in the spooky vibes. I'm in the spooky vibes. And then my substitute book. So if I decide I want to read something else, will either be, sorry, they're all down here under my desk. Will either be Foxglove or Emily Wilde's Maps to the Other Lands. I said Outer Lands. These are my two substitute in books because I'm a mood reader. I go based off of what I'm feeling at the time. So these are good substitute in books because they're totally different from the other books I'm reading. So yeah, pretty simple. Who knows if I'll actually get to all of them, but that's my goal at least. You gotta have goals a little bit, right? I'm also hoping to go to the library to find another book. Hopefully we have it. I don't know if we do. I should look up on the catalog. But also, today's the anniversary of The Secret Histories being published. If you guys haven't read that book, it's really slow, but it is a good book. It's a really good book. So make sure you check it out. And then I think this will be a good time to wrap up with some personal stream and IRL stuff. Today is the first official day of Spook for Paws. So I'm very excited. We'll be raising money for the Idaho Humane Society. And I think I post my links and everything, so you guys could probably find my Twitch channel. If you want to come over and say hi and be like, you go girl, I would absolutely love it. Absolutely. I'm a very simple woman. And then streams and video posting here on YouTube. I'm hoping to at least have 3 to 4 videos a week. That all depends on work, and it all depends on IRL. For all of you guys on YouTube, you don't know personally, but on my Twitch they do. I'm a full-time caregiver for my mom, and I work a very laborious job. So some days I just don't have to go. That's why I read. So I hope to see everybody later. I hope everybody likes this. And I also hope you guys enjoy the new art that will be the thumbnail. That was created by my lovely, lovely Christine Panini. She is also a fellow streamer and artist. She made this little dog right there. That's my Kokomo. And she's made most of my art, my profile picture, everything. She does a lot of my art. So, yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for joining me for a minute. That was good. Good English today, I swear. And I hope you guys appreciate or don't mind that I'm just me. I don't take a lot of time to edit. I don't take a lot of time to do that. I edit for other people. I'm not going to edit for me. You're getting just the raw deal. I'm sorry. That's probably a little weird. But I just don't feel like changing anything. I'm not perfect, and I still learn. I'm still learning a lot. This is not my normal cup of tea. But it's always good to push your barriers and test your boundaries and try new things. So we're going to keep trying. We're going to see how this goes. But yeah, thank you everyone that joined me, and I hope everybody has a fantastic day. And if I see you over on Twitch, make sure you say hi. Bye!